Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another, well, actually this isn't another anything, this is extras. We haven't done the character ranking yet. We're giving us some time to, one, allow all of you to get your scores in. I've seen a number you have already. We need a little bit extra time, and then I need the most time of all, because I'm the one that puts everything together on a board. And not for nothing, I'm probably going to also do a combined board of the scores from the people from the first season to this season, just to see and compare. Because, you know, I still remember that one character that Lessons knew so much about, who had nothing in the first season at all. So, be happy to see how they compare to what he thought he knew in season 1, or the first three movies, to what he now knows about that character. You don't even remember who it was, do you?
No, I do. It's Luna Maria's sister.
Yeah, I was about to say, the video came out. You could have rewatched it. I don't know.
No.
Marin Hawk. Yep. I gave her a special yellow square around her, though, so I remember that you knew so much about her. I listened to myself talk about where I thought I was like, oh, I think she was in the background of a scene. That character, I have no idea why the fuck they're so popular. There's another character that was in the background of like one scene during season 1 that I do not recognize having ever come back.
Yeah.
So, Marin Hawk was literally just one scene of the first season where Shin and everybody are leaving the academy in the HD remaster to show that, hey, they were here doing stuff in the background, which is to say graduating from Zaft Academy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're here to do extras. I think we got like about probably 15 minutes of extra content. I mean, technically there's over 6 hours of extra content, but I'm going to tell you why we're not going to be doing that in just a minute. I did write a note for myself that I wanted to say here just after we'd finished, because I usually get these like, for some reason I want to use the word nostalgia. I get these like little bouts of depression when we finish shows, especially shows that we've spent like 100 fucking episodes on. You know, getting to know characters that we're no longer going to see anymore.
Yeah.
So, my note. You know, despite how much people seem to think I hate every Gundam show that we watch, I'm already going to miss Gundam Seed once we finish it. For all of my nitpicks, I really enjoy that these characters have a certain life to them that a lot of other Gundam shows seem to lack. As I said with my commentary about Griff and I's reaction to Gundam 00, Griff had mentioned that this show had all of the personality of characters I was complaining that 00 lacked, as though the pendulum had swung from one extreme to the other. As much as I had complained about those character extremes, I enjoyed that this was a show that had them. Gundam Seed was a show where the character drama didn't stand in the way of the Gundam story being told. At times it felt like silly teenage drama, but sometimes I guess I kind of just need that teenage drama to feel invested in the characters. And it can feel lifeless without it. So for that, I am going to miss Seed.
I mean, it says it is teenagers in a war scenario, so I guess they would have teenage drama in a war scenario. Without it, it seems like these people are either irreparably damaged, right? They have lost their childhood, or the writers are like, nah, we don't need this. Flat characterization. They just got to get in the robot and start shooting at people, right? So better to have than without. I mean, you could try to do the irreparable damage thing, which 79 certainly went through, right? He got
Kira
better, but
does the same thing. Kira and Amuro do the same thing. I would say that Kira... Sorry, I had an argument real early in the first season where I think it was that Kira takes 6 times as long as Amuro to decide to take action, yeah. Or not to get over it, but to take action. Like, I would argue that, well, I don't know. I don't think I would trade in that cry, knowing that he got kicked in the balls for anything. Yeah. It's just the other extreme. Like I'm talking about Gundam 00. Well, Gundam 00 is what they describe as a reimagining of Wing, which is ironic. But how much character would you actually say that Hiro Yui has?
Not a lot, to be perfectly honest.
And
But he is pretty intense when he does have it, right?
Is he intense, or is he just, I don't know. The thing is that it's hard to describe intenseness with also a lack of other emotions with it. So that's why I told you I keep calling Setsuna the Hiro Yui of Gundam 00 Plank from Ed, Edd and Eddy, because Plank is someone's imaginary friend, just a piece of wood. You have to project your own emotions onto Plank, otherwise he is a hunk of wood. Yeah. That's what Setsuna, I can't remember Setsuna's last name. Setsuna, I am Gundam, that's his main line. He's the character in Gundam that says, I am Gundam. So.
Oh, good for you.
Well, because he's like the he's the embodiment of what it means to be Gundam, I guess. Either way, those are my thoughts there. So some things we cut out of the extras that we were going to watch today. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Eclipse, a pretty long video series, which actually does seem pretty interesting. Unfortunately, it's a motion comic with no voice acting. That essentially puts it into the category of manga review, which I know Lessons isn't interested in, which makes it a skip for us. Maybe someday down the road, if I get more time, I'll look into doing it solo, but for now, we are passing.
Yeah, that would. I mean, if it doesn't have is it translated though?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like literally motion comic, but it's just words and background music. Like, no one's talking.
Yeah, that would be pretty empty.
That's the over 6 hours one that I was talking about.
Yeah, if it were like 5-10 minutes, something like that, 15 minutes, no problem. But like 6 hours of that,
if it was voice acted, we would definitely be watching it. Sorry, I've only ever watched one other motion comic before, and that was the Red Sun Superman one. So I'm completely down for watching motion comics. It's just, this is, background music and just stuff popping up on the screen. All right, well, those are my notes. So the things that we are going to watch today are post wrap-up, I think, to Freedom.
Yeah.
We had two different real short shorts, like 3 minutes apiece. And then I guess we'll do Neumanns Log. And then the trailer for the thing that's going to be coming out, Seed related. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's going to be a prequel to the Freedom movie. And I don't know if that's going to be like a series of episodes, an OVA. Probably going to be an OVA, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Which is going to be weird because, we watch everything in chronological order around here. And now we're going to be backtracking from the movie to before the movie.
I mean, Newman's, what's his name? It's also backtracking a bit as well? Newman's report?
No, I think Newman's is going to be concurrent.
Oh, okay.
It's Neumanns Travel Log, so I have to assume it's his, everything that's been happening. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. I can't speak with authority. All right, so back in Orb.
Orb United Emirates Akatsuki Island. Interesting that Orb is an emirate.
So 3. Well, you mentioned that in the movie.
Yeah.
3 months after? We're keeping the hanger.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is this after the show and not after the movie?
Yeah. No, I think this is after the movie. That sounds.
私はそうですね。こんな風に声やイメージを届けた
Is
り。
your telepath?
なんだかすごいね。
New type,
そうな
rather.
ので
Sorry.
しょうね。
No espers in.
大丈夫です、キラ。皆さんともお話しした通り、アコードの力は秘密に。
Oh, the
今回
Accord.
の件も、コナイさんとハインラインさんがいろいろと策を講じてくれているみたいですか
Well, I
ら。
mean, it's definitely after the movie then.
そうかもしれな
Yeah,
い。
that's their Gundam. You know.
それに、
But no, I just meant Accord is the movie, so.
うまく関係国をまとめてくれそうですし。
They seem to be still naked, I guess, on the beach.
それで
Yeah,
も
what abilities do you
渡ってくださ
have?
らない方々には私が少しだけお話ししても良いかと。
え？
冗談ですわ。
Also, I don't think still naked. I believe this is 3 months after. Also, that's a shirt.
伝えるべきことは
Um,
きちんと言葉で伝えます。
They could be wearing a shirt, no pants. Who knows?
愛してるよ、ラクス。
私もです。愛してますわ、キラ。
Oh, sorry. Didn't recognize it was Haru jumping in.
あのさ、
はい。
あのスーツは
私もノーマルスーツが欲しいとお願いしたら、ハインラインさん
oh, they're explaining the suit away. Yeah.
あるとかで、
いや、そう
Yeah, sure. He had new material.
キラったらエッチですわね。
Yeah, this feels like after they were in the beach, they went back and because that's the suit that she was wearing, the one we're talking about being so tight.
Well, yeah. I mean, Kira didn't notice. I mean, did not notice.
He certainly noticed. It's like,
All right. Well, I mean,
He's
that
like,
was
"Oh, no."
that was one.
Mhm.
We of course have two.
I thought I was like, oh, because you want to get married or something, but I guess it's too soon for that. I guess.
Meanwhile, on a different island.
Yeah.
お疲れ、アスラ。カガリもオーブへの攻撃も止められたし、本当に良かった。
最初聞いた時は本当に驚いたぞ。キラやシンを落としたやつと戦うから協力しろって。まあその作戦もむちゃくちゃだったけどな。すごく心配したんだぞ。
大丈夫だ。戦場の勝敗は力だけで決まるわけじゃない。弱点を
People say that,
罠にはめた
but the strong people keep winning
相
fights.
手の得意な両軍で戦う必要はないからな。
さすがだな。
まあ五分で対戦しても俺が負ける要素はないけどな。
本当か？
おう。でも勝てたのは間違いなくカガリのおかげだ。カガリがジャスティスとキャバリアを用意してくれたから。
そうか。役に立てたならよかった。
That's a shame she really couldn't be in the movie all that much, though, huh?
10年早かったな。
そうかもな。それでだ、アスラン。
来たか。
敵のパイロットが言っていたハレンチな妄想ってなんだ？なぜ黙る？
言えるわけないだろ。
言えないことなんだな。
そういうことじゃない。
ふん。
It's a clever way to
聞いたんだけど。
acknowledge you can't animate these people because you don't have the animation staff.
いつの話だ。
But we know who their Gundams
誤
are.
解されるようなことはしたんだ。
なんでそうなる。
メイリンはルナマリアの妹だからな。多分お前のやらかしは全部知ってる。
だからどうして。分かった。君のことを考えていた。
え？
ごめ
Is
ん。
that the back shot of your
で
background?
も言っておくが、俺がちゃんと見たのはカガリだけだからな。あの無人島で。
そうなのか。
I mean, you're still wearing the necklace.
勝つために必要だったんだよな。なら仕方ないし、それはいい。
カガリ、
なんで事前に言ってくれない？
事前に言ってたら協力したか？
ダメに決まってるだろ。
Okay, that was sweet.
I mean, it's confusing to me.
Well,
The
I think
element that
it-
they're together still, but it didn't seem like they were until he envisioned her naked.
think they were together. It's just that they were separated by by circumstances. But not.
She gave him the ring back, and then they weren't together in the same area ever again. Except for the opening, where he's walking away from her half-dressed. That's what I'm saying. Look, it's a BB situation from 8th MS team. Literally, here's the ring, go off, do what you're gonna do, and they're never in the same scene again. But you know who still is? Luna Maria.
Yeah. Yeah, but Luna Maria hooked up with Chin, so we'll be marrying it. Will be
Marin, that's
there.
probably what I meant.
Maybe this is what them getting together, and he admitted that he only has eyes for her.
Sure. I mean, it's relatively unsatisfying from that aspect. For the people who, like, really enjoy Athrun and Kigali, this is, like, payoff.
Yeah.
But the element that, you know, again, she just gave him the ring, and then he was like, oh, I got a job to do, and then never came back. It's just weird. Like, Lacus and Kira don't have that problem. Like,
no.
Their problem is in the movie where he's just having, like, doubts, and she's not. So, all right,
I
well,
don't see a problem with it.
We got a travel log to watch. Because everyone remembers Newman. He came back in Destiny.
機動戦士ガンダム seed
The other guy really didn't.
ドラマ CD ノイマンの公開日誌
Oh, never mind. That proved me wrong. That was him right there. The other guy. Chandra, I think was the name.
ファイルナンバー1063コンパスの設立が決まった平和維持のための実行力を保有した非国家
Okay, so maybe it is whatever the new show is going to be, or OVA, or movie, or whatever.
Yeah.
The area that it's covering.
この組織に加わる
So this is about the formation of.
お疲れ様。
コンパスってつまり各地の紛争に介入するってことですかね。
多分主な活動は
あ
人命救助になると思うわ。アークエンジェルには病室を増設するらしいし。
へえ。
本格的に紛争に介入するほどの戦力じゃないしね。結局ユーラシアも加盟してないし。
じゃあ実際何ができる
What is the Eurasian Federation?
そうね。
In hindsight,
難しく考えることはないだろう。これまでと同じ
you'd figure there'd be a lot of crossover with the Scandinavian kingdom.
勝手に判断して動くわけに
Probably
はいか
not.
な
I
い
mean, they're independent. They always said that.
I'm saying that you're using broad spectrum words.
言語道断よ。
Europe and Asia would be the Eurasian Federation. Scandinavian kingdom would be part of that.
買うの？彼女もいないのに。
Geographically, but not necessarily
いい
politically.
だろう別に。
いいじゃ
I
ない。
know that. That's what I'm indicating.
だねえな。俺が助手席に乗ってやるか。
いらん。
でもまあ、
Everyone's gonna be pissed off that we didn't hear who's sitting where in the car.
俺たちのやることは
そうね。
なんとなく流されるままこの船にいる自分だが、大佐の言う意味はわかる。戦いを止めるための戦い。
It's really dumb. I can't wait for they do it in Gundam
これまで
00.
と同じことを続けるということだ。ファイルナンバー
I've said Archangel so many times I can't remember the name of the organization in Gundam 00 because it's something like Angel or something like
アナ
that.
マリア・ホーク、アグネス・ギーベンラートの3人のパイロットが上艦予定の心臓艦が就航するまでの期間、オーブに滞在。コンパスの活動が
Old character's a new character that was obvious a traitor. Yeah.
それに準じた訓練を
Celestial Being. It's Celestial Being in Gundam 00.
隊長ってあのフリーダムのパイロットなのよね。そんなにすごいの？
I mean, putting the list together of characters from Freedom, it was real obvious once her mother shows up in the other side, and we never acknowledged that her mother was with the Accords.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we had realized that, it would have been real obvious why she was with them, and not just because she was jilted lover or anything.
まあ、ヘリオポリス脱出からだな。最初は本当に ただの学生でぽやっとした感じで
へえ
And you wore a lot of
戦
belts.
闘に巻き込まれてね、仕方なくストライクに乗って。でも最初からすごかったんだぜ。戦闘しながらモビルスーツの OS 書き換えて。
はあ。
いや、当時の地球軍の OS なんてひどいもんでさ、とても使い物にならなか
It
っ
was also an arc.
た。キラが高
There's
学年の
also an
学生
arc in
だ
the
ったから
first season
その場で
that I don't think you get see any time about.
そう戦いながら。
すっげ
I mean, they show it in the movie, but they also go to Orb, and he
Yeah.
like rewrites everything, and that's why Moo could
クラ
fly
イ操
a
作と付き
Gundam.
合ってるんですよね。
ああ、そういや二人が出会ったのもこの間だったな。っていうか大和准将が、当時は少尉だったけど拾ってきたんだよな、ピンクのお姫様。
そうなんで
In an
すか。
escape
じゃあ
pod.
二人のロマンスもここから始まったんですね。聞きたい。ちょっと。あんた何考えてるの？はあ？私の考えをあんたに話す必要ある？余計な騒動を起こさないでって言ってるの。あんたこそわけわかんない言いがかりつけてくんのやめてよね。あ、もう。
Hmm. Oh, actually, you weren't going to cause any trouble whatsoever.
キラのことを考えると決まってアラスカの時のフリーダムが頭に浮かぶ。友軍から見捨てられもう死ぬと思った時、目の前に舞い降りてきたあの姿が
With the most overpowered suit in the
彼に対
entire
する
first
信頼という
season.
ものは決して揺らぐことはないだろうと思う。キラが熱意のあるメンバーに恵まれてよかった。うまくいくように願っている。ファイルナンバー一蓋
No, most of them are reliable.
今日はアスランとメイリンがオーブを訪ね、ターミナルの最新情報を知らせてくれた。
From
する
terminal.
と今のブル
What's
ー
terminal?
コスモスのリーダーはそのミケール大佐か。
ええ、先日のドマ襲撃も彼の部隊だと
Oh,
思います。
Atherin's best
保
outfit.
管もなしにいきなり攻撃部隊が吸収したということだけど、
そうなんです。だから事前に攻撃も察知できなくて。
I told you he was in the movie.
使われ
You
る
told me she's in the movie by indicating towards this travel log. Yes, I recognize that that's the outfit she wore in the movie, which was
で
a
きるだけ
scene.
早くミケールの拠点をつかもうとしているんですが。
頼むぜ。
You understand that anytime you come at me with, I told you, I'm going to immediately argue against you, even if I'm wrong.
そういえばカガリがそのうち食事に来てくれとマリュウさんに。
Also, have you seen these
何
cool
密談
hand
いや
wraps
そ
I've
ういう
got?
わけじゃなく、最近あまり話せていないからと。何か女同士の話がしたいんじゃないですか？
そういうことなら大歓迎。
I can't imagine.
ああ、そういう話ね。
何ですか？何？
いいえ。
ところで、シンタ
I
ち
wish I could
は
rip all
その
those sounds to use in
どうですか？
by myself.
どうって？
You could.
Music, right? The
You just record them.
キラとうまくやれてるか
yeah,
ら
but I gotta have ripping them from the
シンは
audio though.
ちょっと喧嘩腰なところがあるんで。でも根はまっすぐでいいや。
大丈夫よ。
え？
キラさんって懐いてるぜ。
え？
The way they've lined them
尊
up,
敬してるみたいですよね。
そうですか。
どうかした？
it feels like Newman
ご迷
is
惑
with
かけてな
Marin
いならいいんです。
Yeah.
and Ramius and Atherin are together, and we just get those like third wheel
君が
move.
来た時よりはずっと馴染んでるとも。俺たちともいろいろと話して
I guess conversely, it could be Moo and Atherin are together,
なん
and
か謝って
Marin and Newman are together, and Marius is just like mitigating.
少なくと
Or,
も
or
私たち
Athena is like their son that came back from college.
そうですか。
じゃあ追加で何か分かったらよろしくな。
はい。
よかったじゃないですか。
ああ、うん。
なんか悪いこと言ったか俺。
さあ、
アスランザラも面倒見のいいところがある。しかし去っていく背中が心なしか寂しそうに見えたのはなぜだったのだろう。
Because for the rest of his life, he'll never forget Mir.
ファイルナンバー一蓋双子。 真にミネルヴァ時代の話を
This is 28 minutes long, so there's 1,000
艦長
entries.
副長にもいろいろなタイプがいるようだ。
Talking about Arthur.
いや、
あ
トライン副長が天然で、俺らから見てもなんていうか頼りないっていうか。
え？
あ、シン、お姉ちゃん知ら
Hey,
ない
I'm just happy they didn't like forget the dude. Like they carried him on.
なあ、トライン副長だけど超天然だよな。
うん、間違いなく天然。
断言？
本当にグラディス艦長が2人分しっかりしてたからなんとかなったけど、副長だけだったらミネルヴァ即沈んでました。
そんなに？
戦闘中も
Yeah.
ミサイル飛んでくる
I
た
mean,
び
he's a very
Poor Arthur.
honest character.
とか
Yeah.
I said if I was an actual person in one of these shows, that the closest I could get to beyond being a random background civilian would probably be
副
Arthur.
長があれじゃ。
それは、大変だ。
でも良かったかなって思うこともあって、もう絶対絶命って時も副長の「ヒエー」が聞こえるから、なんかちょっと笑っちゃって緊張が解けるというか。
This is exactly why I said Luxon was the best captain in Infinite
癒
Rivas.
し系。
あ、でも副長、グラディス艦長のお子さん引き取って育ててるんですよ。
Oh,
そう
I thought it was Mira who was
Yeah,
going to
they
do
said
that.
that she told her to look after him, but I guess Arthur was like, well,
バジルール
It's a captain's
副長の方が
duty.
しっかりしてる感じだったな。有能で勤言実直
But
で
you
軍人らしくて。
へえ、ラミアス艦長は
And then you had to kill her.
なんか優しそうですもんね。
I mean, you did. You actually literally
それは
had
戦
to
闘中
kill
の艦
her.
長を知らないから
Yeah.
もうめちゃくちゃなんだよ、あの人は。
If you think about
そん
it,
な鬼みたいに言わなく
the
ても。
bad girl Raimia situation was no different than the beginning of Dragon Ball
艦長
Z.
のめちゃくちゃな命令をうまくこなしてくれてたけど、いなくなってからどんだけこっちが苦労してるか。
そうなんだ。
指示が雑だし、なんだそれってそうださせられるし、思いっきり良すぎるし、今度こそ知るって何度思ったか。
タイ。
俺だって欲しいよ、癒し系副官。
ごめんなさいね。いつも指示が雑で。
艦長。
癒し系副官の件は
Oh,
考
he
え
was
て
drinking some?
いや、いえ。
じゃあごゆっくり。
They try to warn him.
あ、週末の外出許可は取り消しておくわね。
That doesn't matter. He legit spends all of his time making travel logs, apparently.
教訓。上官の悪口を言うとき
Oh,
は、
he's talking to
ま
you,
ず背後
Lessons.
を確認すること。
It's always a good
ファイルナンバー1、2、3
good choice.
コンパスの正
Nice
式が
music.
届いた。広報用の取材のために行政府からミリアリアが来た。
すいません。この集合写真撮ったら終わり。
Oh, right, because she's
Oh,
a
they brought
photographer. I was like, why would she be doing photo shoots? And I was like, oh, wait, she means literally, I'm sorry, he means literally taking the pictures.
ないで。
Yeah.
わかったよ監督。男前に撮ってくれよ。
俺もな。
あ、ほら、マードックさんも入って入って。じゃあ、皆さん、笑って。
Not appearing in scene. The aforementioned Murdoch,
ご
the
協力
engineering
ありが
guy.
とうございました。
ご苦労様。
今日はありがとうございました、艦長。
見たぜ、この間の国営放送。
I might not be a fan of so much the overall design, but I do like how the ranks are indicated on the little triangle on the
か
chest.
けた感じというか、親しみやすいというか。
そうね。ドキュメンタリーにしては少し砕けた感じだったけど、そこが良かったかもしれないわね。映像もきちんとお金をかけて自然な感じだったし、係さんもとても。
Are they more commenting on their stuff doing behind the scenes than actually in the
彼女
show?
親しそうですけど。
ああ、ミリは元
I
は
know
う
I
ち
just
の国
brought up Infinite Rivas a second ago, but I did watch all the Infinite Rivas extras, and that's what that was happening in the Infinite Rivas
な
ones.
かなかやり手らしいよ。
ともあれこれで実際に動き出すところまでこぎつけたわね。
ええ。でも、うちの代表は、まだユーラシアのコンパス加盟を諦めてないみたいですけど。
そりゃ無理だろう。これまでの経緯もあるが、今ファウンデーションショックでそれどころじゃないはずだ。
I mean,
できるなら
we know it's not
直接行
going
っ
to
て
happen,
口説き落と
so.
したいとか言ってますよ。
危険じゃないですかそれ。
危険ってことはないと思うけど。
危険だからでおとなしくしてくれる人なら私たちも苦労しないんですけどね。真剣に考えてくれてるんですね、コンパスのこと。もちろんですよ。皆さんも頑張ってくだ
So
さ
I
いね。
guess is the conceit that they got rid of Faith?
それはこっちに。
I mean, Faith was a
あっちのとこにレコード
zaft
を置いて
organization, so
She's in zaft.
取ってくる。
She's a representative of zaft.
シャタ
who?
お手伝いしま
Lacus.
しょうか。いえいえ
Yeah, but Lacus was
ミリアリアさんってヤマト隊長の語学友だったって聞い
Lacus
たん
is
ですけ
what?
ど。
no. It doesn't make sense because these guys are.
Do you not remember the
By now,
end
Paul.
of the of Destiny where she goes to Zaft and joins the council?
この機会に教えて
Yeah.
いただきたいし
She is a member of the council.
まあ
Yeah, but she wouldn't be part of Faith though.
No, I'm not saying she's. I'm saying did she get rid of Faith? I'm not saying she's a member of Faith.
ど
I'm
うかしら。
saying did they replace Faith with Compass?
探せばあるんじゃないですか。
These two interacting is a weird touch.
何やってんのよ。何ってミリアリアさんのお友達になろうとしてるだけよ。ねえ、いいからすみません。
To be fair though, Ha became a lot more independent of a character.
なんでって
Yeah.
どうせろくでもないこと考
Off-screen.
えてるからよ。
You know, when she dumped Durka and everything.
Yeah.
はあ、多いのよね、ああいう連中。
ミリー、お疲れさん。もう帰るのか？
はい。あの子、新入りですよね。
ああ、アグネス。熱心でいい子
Yeah,
らし
she
いよ。
comes from the 1930s. Can't you tell by her name?
じゃ
Yeah.
あ、サイにもよろしくな。あ、それとこれ。
Oh.
Sigh, not to be
エルスマ
seen
ントイ
either.
から預かってるんだけど
Yeah.
プレゼント？
は？お、メッセージカード。
あんまり連絡取ってないって言ってたけど。
うん。なんかあいつ、こっちの気持ちお構いなしに。
Still pining for it, I guess.
そういうのが嫌っていうか。
本当に嫌ってるなら早く言ってやった方が。
言ったわ。でもあいつ。
Well, I mean, he's not the one that killed your boyfriend, though. That's the original reason you hated him.
Yeah.
私だってまだやりたいことがあるし、
うん。
私の都合なんて全然お構いなしで、ほんと自分勝手なの。
うん。
だから来週会ったらもう一回も
He's like, okay, sure.
When we meet again next
う
week.
ん。
So,
そっか。
not really breaking up with him. Just keep saying that you
でき
are.
る
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, in the meantime, he's busy having buddy cop comedy with Yazek.
Yes, again.
新しい制服に袖を通すとコンパスという組織の一員になったという実感が湧いてくる。ファイルナンバー1258。ザフトの心臓艦ミレニアムの進駐式に出席。就航の後はこの艦がヤマト隊の母艦となる予定だ。
I mean,
この偉大な船を作り上げた
hey, Yazek's
すべ
mom.
ての技術者と
Yeah.
関係者の皆様に
How's it going on?
深い感謝と敬意を表します。彼らの献身と努力がな
Oh my! Does she have the same voice actor as
彼らの手によって生まれ
what's
た
her
ミレ
name?
ニアムは
Talia?
我々の未来を担う
No,
礎となるでしょう。
you already know Talia's voice actor is someone specific.
Yeah.
今こそ
Yeah.
我々の意志と力を一つにし、ミレニアムの進駐を祝いましょう。この間の未来が我々の理想と希望を実現するための輝かしいものとなるよう心から
I mentioned to you before, there's a
Yeah.
whole comic, or actually, I don't know, it has the look like a coloring book, but there's an animated comic, essentially,
Yeah.
literally about Yazek and his mom.
ラクス様は疑われないの？
正直復興予算をひねり出すのも限界がある。
とは言っても戦時経済の転換をしくじれば復興も絵に描いた餅だ。
まあそこはオーブのお姫様に腹をくくっていただいて。
Yazik's mom is also a voice actor in Legend of the Galactic Heroes, so you're gonna be hearing her again.
ほんとなかなか悪くないわ。へえ。あ、うんうん。
Oh, he's also Misato in Evangelion
隊長
and Sailor Moon. Like, you know her. You've heard her a lot.
はい
Oh, she's in Macross 7 Encore too.
心待ちにしており
Yeah,
ます。
that's why she sounds familiar.
皆
Yeah.
さん、私からもよろしくお願いいたしますわ。総裁、こちらこそ。
よろしくお願いします総裁
Oh, you were so close. You're actually wrong. She is somebody else in Gundam seed. She's actually two other people. She's the other captain. She's Ramius.
いいのですよ。
Oh, she's Ramius.
And Haru. Mr. Pink Haru.
オブはどうだ？
ハーケン隊員
何食ってんだ？私ももらってこようかな。
ええこれすっごくうまいですよ
あら、ありがとうございます。
それラクスが作ったんだよ。
嘘？
Oh, she's holding a hand.
Wow. She-
あ、料理全部じゃないけど。
最近あまり作っていなかったもので、でもお口に合っ
She
て
can
よかっ
cook,
た
she
で
can
す。
sing, she has mental ability, she has mental power, she can lead warships. What can she do? I guess.
Hold a relationship?
Oh, she's actually holding a relationship.
Well, no. I mean, we know from the movie, which is after this, she does not.
ちゃんとラクスの話とか。
Well, she got mentally manipulated, so.
Also, she's Mai from Jujutsu Kaisen, so she's got a good history of hot women that she plays.
妹さん
違う。私は姉だ。
またどっちでもいいじゃないか。
お二人は双子さんなんですの。双子？
ってことは隊長は
言ってなかったか？すまない。
いえはい
さあ、皆さん、よろしければミレニアムへご
I
案内
guess that
いたし
wasn't
ます
public knowledge that they were twins, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
LHM-BB03S スーパーミネルバ級モビルスーツ惑星強襲揚陸艦全長約430
Oh, there's Arthur,
全
yeah.
長約400メートル一時環境下水上時基準排水量14万8792トン同水中排水量37万1980トンマーク4クワル軌道連装砲4門2連装高エネルギー収束河川砲 XM47/D トリスタン
Wow, he's just rattling the stats.
18門陽電子破砕砲 QZX
Well, I mean, I assume it's her. You know, the guy who's highlighted, the guy who's only about the stats.
He's the ultimate otaku.
よくわかったよ。
そうですか。
近衛艦長、乗員数はどれくらい？自立化はどの程度進んでいるんでしょう？
Oh, he pulls her away.
ノイマン単位でやらせられますか？
そうですが。
ミレニアムソーダ氏、マーカス・マグダネル中尉であります。お会いできて光栄です。
ああ、ええ、こちらこそ。
お噂は金がね。こうしてコンパスで同じ陣営として戦うことができるとは均衡の至りです。
そうですね。は
あ？ぜひお会いしてお聞きしたかったのですが、よろしいでしょうか？
私にですか？
もちろん。重力下で宇宙艦をバレルロールさせた
It's weird that they didn't have
ノイマン隊以外にありません。
any individual images of this guy.
ノイマン隊
Yeah, like we put him in a line with, yeah, it does not fit the theme of this lineup at all.
そもそもあの軌道は正確にはロールであってバレルロールでもない。しかし本艦のような飛空力飛翔体の場合、背面飛行動作を行えば重力と効力の影響で高度
It's almost like when they watch those VTuber collabs, and the VTuber doesn't have like a model to everyone else, so they can still image and they just shake it every time they
アー
talk.
ペンジェルの船体表面では常に予測不能の境界層剥離が起きていることだ。これをリカバリーするための計算には空気の状態をパラトリピック流体と仮定して。
いえ、ハインライン隊、私が話して。
黙れ！貴様たちのようなバカには聞いていない。私はノイマン隊に尋ねている。
はい。
計算では 90% 以上の確率で破局的な上乱を引き起こし、回復不可能な失速を招く可能性が極めて高い。それを回避するためには重力および効力の緻密な計算、さらには周辺環境の風力など気象の影響も勘案しなければならん。
Okay,
船体表面においてミクロな規模で作用しているフラウジウスデュエムの不等式をリアルタイムで
The technobabble is just, well, some of it is actually accurate, but the rest of it is just technobabble.
タイはその誤差をどのようにして回避されたのか。
気合で
気合？
ああ、その。
なるほど。気合ですか。なるほど、面白い。
Work for Grim Log on.
気合ね。マグダメル注意。はっ。明日からミレニアムの戦術シミュレーションを変更するよう艦長に愚信する。大気圏内での戦闘機動プログラムにソーダ氏の気合を数値化して本番中に私が修正する。ソーダ氏はこの履修を必須とする。クリアできないものはミレニアムから叩き出す。気合か。気合。
Every time they say the name of the ship, I either think of, well, the movie Millennium, the TV show Millennium, or the Nazi group from Hellsing.
Oh, the Millennium Falcon.
No, I don't think about the Millennium Falcon. Oh, because it has Falcon in the name. Yeah, but it has Falcon in the name. I'm thinking specifically things named Millennium.
途中、アーサー・トライン副長が真鍮式用のシャンパンを落として
Of course he did.
ちょっと不吉なハプニングがあった。実際に会ってみても飾らなくてとてもいい人だった。
Yeah, he's not a bad dude.
あの船に
No,
絶
just
対
always
に
shocked.
必要な副長だと思う。
Or excited, or happy. Like I said, he's just a very emotional guy.
ファイルナンバー
He wears his emotions on the sleeves.
ファウンデーションとの共同作戦が決まり、明日出立の予定。ついにミケールの尻尾をつかむことができるのだろうか。右エンジンチェック終
But
了。
they had so many resources in the Earth Alliance slash Earth Federation. They just fucking go on
こ
forever.
だな。ファウンデーションってどんなとこかね。
はあ、いいよな。心臓感。
お前、帰ってからそればかりだな。船新しくなったら。
Sorry about that. Have you been hearing that in the background? The answering machine?
No.
Oh,
I've been hearing a lot of wind and whatnot, but
絶対にない。ミレニアムは確かにいい艦だったけど。何？
あれか。船乗りにとっちゃ初恋の女と一緒で、最初の船に勝る船はないとか？
はあ？別にそんなんじゃ。
that's not
愛
true.
しちゃってるんだな。俺の
Picard always remembers the Stargazer, but he loves the Enterprise.
バカ。だからそんなんじゃないって。俺、一度は船降りようかと思ったくらいなのに。
結構いいじゃない。愛するのが女でも船でも。
やめてくださいよ、フラガ大佐まで。
よっ、近郊の至り。
聞いてたんですか、大佐。
何？
いやミレニアムのソーダ師がさ。
いや、おかしいんですよ。だいたいバレルロールなんて軌道やらずに済む方がどんだけいいか。
Oh, that thing I made fun of.
Yeah.
From the end of the second season of Destiny. You know, the space battles aren't interesting, but we've got barrel rolls.
そうならないようにするのが艦長の。
その時は頼りにしてるぜ、タイ。
ああ、頼られちゃったね。
確かに夜勤ドゥーエ戦の後、一度は船を降りようと思った。でもみんなに遺留され、なんとなく今もここにいる。正直に言うなら、
Yeah, it turns out only one guy left the ship when that speech was given.
これまで共に戦
I
っ
guess
て
the
きた
voice actor didn't like the job.
アラスカの時、
So they wrote him out.
I don't know, like I said, he's the only one that leaves.
艦長に仲間たちにも変わることのない信頼を感じている。多分みんなも自分を信頼してくれているのだろう。それだけであの決断は間違っていなかったんだなと今は思える。前艦水密核
I think in all of Gundam seed, Newman had like one scene to himself in the entirety of the show. And when they first get to Earth, and he tries to do the spinning bottle thing, just like floating beside him, and just falls down because he doesn't understand that's gravity. And Marius has a talk. No, I think Bad Girl talks to him. So the choice to have him be the centerpiece of all of this is very weird. By the way, I just want to find where this guy is at.
Yeah, actually, it's pretty good. I liked it.
It was entertaining. I mean,
it went by pretty quickly as well. Because, honestly, even though it doesn't have any real moving images, had a nice clip to it. It's like I was halfway through. It's like, oh wow, already like halfway through it, and I realized.
Well, it's ironic, seeing as it seems like it covers a bunch of stuff that we're about to see in a 30-second actually animated clip. So yeah, we have Gundam Seed 0, which is the prequel to Freedom. I don't know if there's going to be subtitles in this. I'm assuming that there might be. Which, yes, that's right. I said I'm assuming that there might be. A most undefinitive answer I could possibly give in this moment. Either way, if there's going to be another Gundam Seed thing, this is going to be it. And I'm assuming that when it comes out, we'll watch it because completionists can't let anything go. No need for subtitles if you don't have any words. There's your Valkyrie. There's your fan service. Whatever that says. Twitter repeats, apparently, so I can stop playing it. Zero commentary from Lessons.
I mean, it went so fast. It just seems to be set up to the movie, so that's it.
Or when whatever it is.
Yeah. They're cleaning up the ship on the outside. I don't know if it's the Millennium or the Archangel. I don't know.
Well, it's a prequel, so it could be either. Did you not learn anything from Neumanns Travel Log? No, I'm serious. It happens exactly the same point in time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be either one of them. We don't know.
I mean, legitimately, we should know. Legitimately, we should know. We just watched 28 minutes of stuff about Newman, who's where, doing what, on what ship each person is on. Literally.
Yeah, but Kira and their team are in the Archangel, so they should be in the Millennium.
That's what they said. That's Commodore Yamato's ship.
No.
Compass.
Commodore. Team Yamato is on with the Millennium, yeah. So they're scrubbing the Millennium, which is a brand new ship. Wow, got real dirty real fast.
I don't think that was the Millennium. Hold on, let's see.
I mean, that was Chin and Luna Maria, so...
Yep. So I'm scrolling through. Yeah, maybe it is the Millennium. The outside of the ship didn't look right for what you were saying, but the Millennium has that weird pattern on its hull, so that's probably the Millennium. Also, we didn't see a lot of people walking around on the outside of the Archangel, so...
Yeah.
Seems to be mostly zaft design to have walkways and shit on the outside of your ship, like the Minerva. Well, we had tons of shots in Destiny of people walking around on the outside of the Minerva. As I've said, hardly ever do I even recall any scenes of people walking around on the outside of the Archangel.
Yeah, I mean, most of it... Well, no, actually, they spend quite a bit of time on Earth, but usually under combat conditions, so...
Or underwater. But I'm just saying, I do not remember a scene where anybody is standing on the outside of the Archangel.
No.
I think I remember more times people standing on the outside of White Base than I do in Archangel. But tons of times people standing on the outside of zaft ships. Well, the Minerva at the very least.
Yeah. Well, Chin and whoever he was talking to.
Everyone. And the idea that the Millennium is a zaft-made ship, which would then imply that if zaft continues to believe that people standing on the outside of the ship is a good thing, then it's going to keep happening.
They were in a shooting practice outside of the ship in the hull. Yeah.
Even though, as we saw, there was an inside shooting range.
Well, you would think that a society that primarily lives in space
would appreciate the opportunity to get outside.
true, but wouldn't necessarily design ships with outside areas unless.
Why not? They design their space stations with inside areas. Or I'm sorry, they design the inside of the space stations with outside areas, so why wouldn't they appreciate outside areas on the spaceships?
Yeah, because normally that ship would be in space, and the only way to get to those outside areas would be with a spacesuit. So
unless it's flying around on the inside of the stations.
But probably just land the ship,
but still.
And if you're flying inside this station, you probably are in a combat situation or a parade or something like that.
Yeah, in which case you want people standing on the outside of the ship so you can see them.
Not really.
Yeah, really. You know what the famous thing people do in parades? They stand on floats.
Yeah, but not in a warship where it's a parade.
No, you put your command staff on the top of the warship so people can fucking see them. And then they can, royal wave at you.
Well, they usually just salute.
Well, they don't usually do anything. Both of the things we're talking about are hypothetical because there's no starships flying around us for us to do this in real life. I think when you do it on real ships, the crew is on the real ship. So, when you have, God, what are they called? When you bring you don't have to bring the whole fleet out, but, you do a couple of ships on a sail by. And you've got the crew on the ship standing on the main deck.
I mean, they usually do it when they're coming in and out of Pearl Harbor because they're saluting.
Well, I was actually thinking of New York, but I can't remember what I'm trying to think of.
Fleet
Day or something. Yeah, I knew it was Fleet something. I just couldn't think about it. But yeah, that's the modern version of what I'm talking about. And I would assume when your ship can hover just off the ground, you'd probably do the same thing. Because, I mean, I can see the ship in a picture. Crew, I don't ever see it all in one place. Here's the chance. And they put fucking guardrails on the ship. They planned for people to be out on the outside.
Yeah. I would think somebody who makes a ship to be in Earth atmosphere would have that. Somebody who has primarily your ship is going to be in space would just we don't need that in space. So
well, it's amphibious. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. I mean, ultimately, you could make it so people couldn't stand on the outside of your ship if you wanted to. Don't make it in a shape that permits that sort of thing.
I mean, you would if you're carrying. Okay, bear with me. For things like repairs and maintenance, yeah. For merely just stand.
You can get rid of that too. Make the outside hull of the ship removable.
I'm sure it has plenty of panels that are removable.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying you need it to be flat in order to get a repair crew to easily be able to repair it. It's like, well, just make those parts removable. Obviously not removable during combat, but removable during repair. Because a repair is probably going to be done in a long-term process. The same way that U.S. carriers only are active maybe like 6 months on service, and then most of the time they're spent getting refit, repaired, etc., resupplied. Yeah, so you can spend a lot of time in dry dock just taking the ship apart to repair it.
Yeah, maintenance, which they actually do a lot of that in Seed Destiny. That's one of the most accurate things that they do with the Minerva.
Anyway, any final thoughts on the extras that we watched here today?
I like the audio CD and 2 more. Sorry. This
I
is
didn't
the third
understand
CD,
what you said because you asked the question mid-yawn, so I was like, what?
Sorry about that. This is the third CD, so I take it as at least 2 more but before this one.
I think this is the only one with the video. Like, they only did make a video for the other ones.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, like I said, the other ones, I was talking to you before about the Yazik and his mom one, which is a omake, or whatever you call it. Which essentially, when it's a video, I mean, I can show it to you. It's essentially just like the other ones. There are 3 or 4 of those, and they're like 17 minutes long a piece, but they're not like highlight image. This person's talking, this person's talking. It's just like literally the page folded across a scanner. You can see the crease line in the middle, and it's like, I don't know. If you imagine, it's not technically a coloring book. I keep describing it as a coloring book. It's just that art style that you would see in coloring books of a manga thing. I guess the word omake just covers what I'm trying to describe.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, if that's a style, it'll be pretty rough.
It's not bad. It's just, the jokey shit, What's
Yeah.
Yazik's home life with his mom? His mom won't leave him alone, that sort of shit. I only cared about that one because his mom is hot, and my boy Yazik. If I have an anime type, that's one of them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna press you on that one. Never
I
mind.
didn't press me. I volunteered information. Like, this would be like, God, will you shut up? I don't want to hear what your types are. Do you got any dirt? You got any dirt on Theta? Yeah, you just won't stop fucking talking. Everything is dirt. Well, anyway.
Tell-all book, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tell-all book, which is like everything I've ever said. Sorry, I'm thinking about that guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine who was like really bad at everything. I can't remember. He's like a real chill dude. Did you ever see the Suicide Squad from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
All of their villains come together. The Hawk, which was the guy who kept stealing every case that was about to be solved, he would swoop in right at the very end, claim his jurisdiction, and then like solve it. 99% done. Holtz, most hated person. I can't remember what she was called. And then this guy who was the chief of the Brooklyn Nine-Nine for a short period, who was like, hands were always sticky, and they came up with a plan to like make it look like he was being kidnapped, and they went over the plan with him, and then he's just out drinking a drink, and they go to kidnap him, and he like knocks one of them in the head, runs away screaming for help, even though he knows the plan, and he's supposed to be fake getting kidnapped right now.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking idiot. That's the guy I was like, that's me. That's basically me when it comes to just talking about shit. I'm my own worst enemy. Anyway, this was the Gundam seed extra stuff. As I said, we're given some time to getting the rankings out and everything. We will probably within a month. Otherwise, we'll be moving on to our next AU Gundam show, which is obviously going to be Gundam Wing. But we'll explain that more in the first episode of Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I've been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions. And we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?